all basically comes down to...
Whoopsie! Whoopsie!
First place. It all basically comes down to a geographical fluke. North America is the only continent in the world that extends all the way from the Arctic to the tropics without any major mountain ranges cutting across from east to west, leaving the central part of the continent wide open to colliding air masses. So Tornado Alley is the meeting place of 3 different types of air masses.
I always knew that.
Warm, moist air from the Gulf, cold, dry
I always
air
thought it
from
was
Canada,
moving.
and warm,
And it's
dry
getting closer
air
to
from the
us.
desert southwest, which meteorologically speaking makes this region incredibly unstable.
So when we're trying to make a tornado in the atmosphere, one of the things that we look for is instability. That's the air to naturally want to rise and create clouds and thunderstorms. We also look for a lifting mechanism, which is something to kick that air and push it upward fast to develop not just clouds, but thunderstorms.
And then the final crucial ingredient is wind shear.
And that's how wind changes with speed and direction as we go up in the atmosphere.
Wind shear is what allows storms to strengthen, stay organized, and begin to rotate because it separates the storm's updraft from the downdraft.
Wind shear is that changing direction with height. And so what happens is as precipitation is lifted through the cloud, it'll lift on one side of the cloud and then fall on the other side. If we don't have wind shear, rain lifts and then it falls right on top of itself and we lose the updraft. It'll all rain and then the clouds go away and we're done.
So to
My hair
recap
looking that
here,
bad right
the
now?
main ingredients needed for tornado formation are moisture, instability, lift, and wind shear.
So when we look at how tornado environments are changing, we can look at how changes in those individual
Cold
ingredients are
air,
changing
cold,
over
dry
time as
air,
well.
moist air. Yep. Everything you need.
Scientists
all the
believe the
ingredients.
key to this eastward shift might come down to an atmospheric feature known as the cap. This is a layer of hot, dry air that parks itself right above the warm, humid air,
Exactly.
suppressing
And the cap
storms
is
that
bigger
below it.
And you allow all of that
as it's
energy
moving
to
more
store up,
east,
just like you're
west.
boiling water on a stove.
Makes
And
sense.
eventually, if the updrafts, if the storms can become strong enough, they break
That's why they're
through
getting
that layer,
stronger.
they break through that cap, and that's when you get the explosive development that we see with supercells.
Now here's why the map is shifting. The American Southwest is getting hotter and drier, and this is making the cap stronger and suppressing storm formation in the western part.
But you
of
see, people
the
gotta remember, right? This is normal.
places
People
like
want to
Texas,
call
but
global
further
warming
east, in
this,
places
global
like
warming
Toledo,
that, but
it's a
like
different story. A warming Gulf of Mexico.
hundreds of millions of years ago,
extreme moisture and
our Earth went
instability
through extreme
south,
changes
providing
without
the kind of explosive fuel
our
needed
carbon
to push through that
dioxides
strong cap and
that
shifting
we
the danger
created.
zone right to Heather's front door.
And then you start to look at the numbers in
It's
places
just
like
part
Memphis,
of
right?
how
In mid-south
the Earth changes,
US,
just
and you
like
start to
how
see an increase in the number of
everything's
frequency
all
of
connected
tornadoes,
now.
Strong tornadoes there.
Now, this doesn't mean the Great Plains are no longer the nation's main tornado hotspot. They still are. The point is that the data show a robust downward trend in parts of the traditional Great Plains and an upward trend farther east.
Tornado Alley is the area where tornadoes are most frequent. Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. That's where we know tornadoes are most likely to occur. However, if we look at where tornadoes
That's where I am.
fatal tornadoes are most likely to
That's
occur. It's
worrying.
in the Mid-South. It's Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, Arkansas.
No, I'm
Which
just
makes
kidding.
sense because there are a few key differences between traditional tornado.
So like, we used to have them over here. I remember this used to be it, I guess. Now it's all coming over here. Wow. And then eventually Tornado Alley is going to be out. Imagine tornadoes
and
out
the
in
southeast tornadoes.
Las
the first
Vegas.
is that they're really fast.
California.
Kansas,
Well,
you
they
can
already
sit
got some.
out in the middle of a field and see a storm moving 5 miles per hour. That's not the case in central Alabama. When the storms get there, they're moving 60, 70 miles per hour.
But the next factor is part of the reason that Heather's story is so intense. After Heather was pulled through her window by the tornado, she landed a
imagine.
few hundred feet from her house where her neighbor found her under piles of debris.
But it was just pitch black. You couldn't see anything. It's amazing that he even found me.
Heather experienced a nighttime tornado,
Wow.
which is incredibly dangerous. But in traditional Tornado Alley, tornadoes mostly occur between the afternoon and early evening, typically between April and June.
Conversely, in the southeast United States, there's pretty much no annual cycle, and there's very little diurnal cycle as well. So the story here is
Wow.
that in the southeast, you can have tornadoes any time of the year and any time of the day.
And all this means more tornadoes at night. Nocturnal tornadoes are about twice as deadly as their daytime counterparts. During the day, a tornado may be visible from miles away. At night,
As it goes further west, it's going to produce more nighttime tornadoes, which, yeah, I can only imagine trying to spot a tornado
it can
at
be
night.
effectively invisible until it's right on top of you, which is exactly what Heather experienced. These nocturnal tornadoes are actually more likely in the southeast because of its proximity to the Gulf of Mexico, which supplies warm, moist air reliably throughout the year and around the clock.
While people go to sleep, the storm's still chugging along because it has plenty of moisture and heat to work with.
That does make
And then at
sense.
2 a.m., here comes the tornado moving 70 miles per hour in the southeast.
But there's another reason Tornado Alley shift is so dangerous, and it has nothing to do with weather or climate change.
Dorothy running to the shelter with the tornado dancing behind her in the middle of the field. That's not a common sighting. Now that tornado's dancing through a brand new subdivision.
Tornado Alley is moving to more populated places. So that means damage to more homes, roads, and neighborhoods. Simply more chances for a tornado to hit something or someone. After the night of December
You know, I would love to
10th,
see a
Heather's
tornado
life
in real life,
totally
like
changed.
chase
You couldn't
one.
have told me like the storm's coming. I'm like, oh well, storm.
That would
but
be
now it's like
such an
They're
experience.
saying on Tuesday of next week we may have storms. Like I'm preparing today for a storm that may be coming next Tuesday. I think everybody should take it seriously. Like always have some kind of plan in progress.
I asked our experts how to prepare for a tornado. And they told me the most important thing was to do exactly what Heather
Nothing.
has done. Plan ahead. But they had a few more simple yet crucial recommendations.
No, I
Be
heard.
in a vehicle. We know that you are in a vehicle. You are
The
very
best thing you
likely
can
to
do
become a casualty. Your outcome
is
will
lie
certainly
down
depend
flat.
mostly on the type of structure that you're in.
Put as many walls in
Because
between
then
you
you're more
and the outside
body
as possible.
surface on the
A smaller
ground
interior
to
room is
move
going
up.
to be better than a larger interior room. Stay away from windows.
Get to the lowest floor possible. Just get to an interior room and put as many walls between you and the tornado as possible. Even the strongest tornadoes are very unlikely to kill you as long as you take those precautions.
These are from Eastside Concrete. They're actually
Bro, chill the fuck out.
But the night of the tornado, people had actually got into these to seek shelter.
It's a
and houses
freaking
were damaged
nuclear
all the way around,
bunker.
but these were still intact. I've had 6 people
But,
and a dog safely in here taking shelter from the storm. It's
Wow.
like peace of mind almost to me, knowing that.
Wouldn't it be
nobody's
better to have it
Shift
underground though?
From assuming it probably
Because,
is
like,
to you, where you are. To
You get like
preparing,
an
if it happened
EF5
tonight,
with like
we
300 mile an hour
know
wind.
the
Maybe
most
what if that
important
just gets ripped
But
apart?
we'd love to hear from you. What preparations?
I think it
have
would
you
have been
made
smarter for her to have that
your
underground.
What preparations do you plan to make? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. In show-related news,
You know
we
what? I will
recently
like
joined
and subscribe,
Patreon
just
in
like y'all
response to
should.
federal
Well, I won't
funding
subscribe,
being
but I'll
eliminated
like.
to public media. Something optimistic that we've learned since
I
then is
learned
a
that I
large
will be building an
majority of
underground
our-
shelter because I don't need to worry about anything. All right. Anyways, that was a fun little side quest I was watching before I started stream, and I thought, why not show it a little bit. But let's go ahead and lose our head playing some Rocket League. Yesterday we played absolutely embarrassingly. But this time around, oh no. No, sir. Oh, you know, guys, No, we still got an hour. We're good. We're good. We're good. That's not starting for until actually 3:30, I think. Not 2:30 my time. I think that's 3:30 my time. My time. Hey, yo. Cool. Yeah. All right, look. We're coming back stronger, more mental fortitude than last time, because last time we had an absolute failure, and I mean failure of a fucking showing on this game. And I will be damned if that's how I leave my last stream on this, which will never be my last stream on this game, but I will definitely. What? The lag. No, I can't blame the lag. Come on, I can't blame the lag. I cannot blame the lag. I can't. I can't do that. But it is lagging now, so that's just beautiful. I'm just gonna have to deal with the lag. Just gonna have to deal with the lag. Right, that was all for you? Ugh. Well, I was just following behind you, you idiot. Oh, why you? Yeah, no, you gotta be joking me, dude. Can I just have a decent start? And can my internet please stop giving me problems? Alright, well. Yay. Yeah, I am playing embarrassingly bad again. Well, it could be worse, but there it is. Good job, John 316. Good job. I can't hate. Good job. Okay, you have no boost. Why are you moving up? And why am I attacking like a jackass? Oh, cool. Yeah, I love that. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. Oh, you idiot. Oh, mate. Okay. Okay. Move, asshole. Oh, dude, we're getting embarrassed here. Yeah. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Not just yet, bro. But we probably should, because I'm lagging and I just can't. I just cannot deal with this. Oh, look at this car. Um... Yeah. Alright. Can I please not get some lag and redeem myself? oh my god, dude. I just can't escape the lag. Fuck. You've got to be kidding me. Listen, bro. Stop yapping! Alright, let's just go. Let's just fucking go, dude. Don't worry, alright, bro? Chill. Relax. And just do. Look as I do. Look as I do. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice one. I would have had it! But yeah, you know, close one. Cool. Too good, bro. Alright, I think a few more we'll be ready for ranked. Holy shit. Good. Come on! Oh! Phew. Not the lag, not the lag, not the lag. Don't do this to me. Look at this. Basic ass move. Okay. This is getting out of hand. Woo! Sheesh. Okay. Nice shot. Nice fucking shot. That's right. I was faking. I was faking. Bro, you could have at least gone for the boost. Or did you just stand there? Bro, it's probably, Look, look! Oh! No! You are a piece of garbage! How did he flip and touch me? Oh, man, that was gonna be such a sick fucking dribble, bro. Ah. Oh, nice. Nicely done, mate. Look at you go. Baked 128. A Mena legend, whatever that means. Oh! Let's go! Oh no! Oh no way. Wow. That was my bad. That was my bad. That was my bad. That was my bad. Oh, no. No, it's definitely not the morning, by the way. Just so you know, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing what you think I'm doing in the morning. Okay, dude. No. Oh! Woo! Jeez, watch this! Watch this! Here we go. No, I have no boost. I have no boost. I have no boost. I have no boost. Right there. Oh, okay, cool. No, fuck me. Fuck me! Okay, control yourself. Control yourself. Control yourself now. Okay. Come on! Bro, you can't just keep standing like that. That's not always gonna work. Okay, I'm lagging. It's up to you, bro. We gotta hold them off. 13 seconds. Alright. Should be no issue. Let me just stand back. Nice. Park the bus. Wait. Or one last score. Oh, okay, well, I totally fucked that up. I'm not in a playing mood, dude. I'm not in a gamer mode. Not gonna lie. I'm not locked in. I am not locked in. Wait. Okay. Oh my gosh, why is it lagging? I'm going to cry. I'm actually gonna cry. What is going on? What? Are you fucking with me right now? Are you fucking with me? No. No, I can't accept this. I think we're done. I think we're done here. I think we're done here. What am I doing with myself, man? What am I doing here, dude? Like, what am I doing here? You bastards. Oh. I should have just taken the boost. Thanks to that, that ended up so worse. Bro, who are these people? Okay. Nice. Too easy. They just fucking tripped themselves up. They just tripped themselves up. Oh no. Come on! Come on! Oh. Dog. Come on, bro! You can't be letting that go through now. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Come on. Oh, of course. Holy cow! How did that go in? I think he meant him. I thought we had it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Let me bring this back. Well, immediately it went down. Laugh my ass off. Let's go like 10-3. How about that? Oh, well, now we're just getting insane frame droppage. But peanut butter, a whole jar of peanuts butter. There's a snake in my boot. 10 views. Let's go, baby. We got 10 views. All right. You know what? This is probably a terrible idea. But we're gonna go ahead and try and do a ranked match. Are you serious? Well, you weren't supposed to lose that 50. You didn't even have a 50. Wow. That wasn't even a 50. That was just a straight up whiff. Or just, you know. I'll let you guys stay up front. Y'all seem to want it. Look at this guy. What is he doing? What a joke. What an absolute joke. This is my teammate, yeah? Okay, this is so laggy. This is quite literally unplayable. There we go. What a shot. Great pass, mate. Okay, the lag is amazing. Nah, this lag right now is absolutely sold us out. Somehow we didn't get scored on. Phew. Sorry guys, I'm just actually locked in right now. Oh! You've got to be kidding me! Oh. No. Thank God. I almost sold so bad right there. Wow. This is way too laggy for me to keep up with. This is too laggy. This isn't Rocket League. I can't be asked. I can't be asked. I can't play this game. I can't play this game right now. I can't play this game. It keeps lagging. We're gonna have to play something else. We're gonna have to play something else. Okay, this is what we're gonna play then. Maybe golf with your friends won't be so fucking laggy. But it doesn't look like we will. That it's all going down the coast. That's the cold front. It's going that way. Something like that. Anyways, I'm not trying to stream. What am I saying? Alright. We'll see if anybody's playing. Nobody on the West Coast is ever playing this game. Seems like the East Coast is always populated though. Or maybe not. Oh. Europe though. Europe is popping. Let's go right here, 8 people. God damn. Just so. We've got a lot of people in this match. If I can win this, it'll be legendary. If I can win this chat, This will be fucking legendary. Wow. First try, the 100. Alright, let's try to get this crab. I feel like that's a trophy. How do I get you? Huh? What do I have to do? What do I have to do? Okay, well. Oh, no. I've already tried that. Swear I have. Nope. A little bit closer. Okay. We are figuring it out. We are figuring this out. Well, I guess the guy's AFK. Also, of course. What about this one? Yo, Europe is popping right now. What's going on? Please don't tell me this is another AFK host. Lol. Everybody from the other one joined over here. Another AFK host or what? Yeah, it's GG's. Bro, why is... Bruv, like... Why is everyone gotta be fucking AFK? It makes no sense. Cold as ice. You're as cold as ice. Oh, cool. That guy looked gay as fuck anyway. Ain't nobody. There ain't nobody, bro. These two are AFK. This guy's probably AFK as well. Oh look, someone decided to make his own finally. Well, surely this guy isn't going AFK, right? Finally! We banded together. We were such a huge group of people. Come on. Oh! That would have been such a beautiful play. Almost had it, dude. And I almost ruined it, too. We're right there, second place. Let's go. Second with everybody. Come on. Oh. I was gonna say, please don't hit me. Get these little chicken dildos. They move a little too sus for my liking. And they look a little too phallic for my liking. It's a cock, alright. Oh! That was too close, man. Sorry, we're staying on par. I know this track far too well. Oh! I forgot you're supposed to... Okay, well. I totally failed that trick shot. And now I'm paying for it. Oh! That leg almost... Okay, you asshole. Wait. Oh my god! Who's the piece of shit? It just sent me all the fuck down the fucking leaderboard. That works too. I don't know how the other guys did it, but I did it my way. I did it my way. And I came out on top. Don't know what else to say. I did it my way. I did it my way. Look at that. Yeah, the mic was all up in my face. Nobody told me that? Nobody told me that? You fucking assholes. Oh, man, we're goated at this one. We're too goated at this one. Look. No! No! What do you mean? Oh, wait. Oh, dude, I'm usually good at this hole, bro. What do you mean I fucked up? Come on! Come on! Nah, dude. Oh my god, I used to fucking do this like it was nothing! There we go. No, mate. No, who pushed me? Who pushed me? Who pushed me? Oh, of course he moved. Nah, dude, I'm actually really fucking angry about that because... What the fuck, dude? Nah, you guys... This is what happens. This is what happens when you play online. You know what? Let's be smart. We can still come back from this. We can still come back from this. We just gotta... Let everybody go first. Just let everybody go. Just gonna let everybody go. So nobody can fucking do no bullshit. Oh, cool. But it didn't want to do nothing for me, huh? Ah! So frustrating, man. We can still come back. We can still come back. We got par. Alright, well, half the lobby's left, so that's good news. Alright, bet. Yeah, you can hit me all you want now. Or not. Wow. Yeah, fuck off, bitch. What's up with my timing? Another par that should have been a birdie. Unbelievable. We're surrounded by the dogs. I'm 10 strokes behind Angry Melon. There's no way. There's just no way I'm getting this guy. Oh, now that was very helpful. That was huge. That was huge. We fucking needed that. We really needed that. We really needed that. Like, you don't understand. Alright, let's remember this. No! Dude! Oh my god. It would do that to me, wouldn't it? Oh, cool. And I would overshoot it just like he did. I'm not gonna catch this guy at this rate. Oh, well, I'm less than 10 strokes down now, so that's huge. Oh my god. Oh. Could have been worse. Look! Oh! He had a stinker. He's had a stinker. Oh! That was actually the most massive play for me. Oh my gosh. Because watch this. Dude. Tiger. I'm Tiger. I'm fucking Tiger out here, dude. I'm prime fucking Tiger. Yeah, get them out of here. Look at that, just like that, I'm coming for the lead. Well, Angry Melon also got it in 2. I don't like that. Oh, well. Yeah, it could have been worse. Well, that was pretty bad. Well, I got it in 5. Fuck off. I'm only 5 away from second. Oh, dude, this is the one I can make it. Huge, huge! Stay! Stay! Fuck's sake. He got it in 2. Fuck off, I got it in 3. Yeah, like nobody, when you are newbie to this map, you can tell because once you understand the shot power, you do it like I did, like me and Angry Melon. These guys are out here like melts. Oh, he got lucky, but is he gonna make it across or is he gonna overshoot? Oh, he overshot it. Classic. This level, I used to be like these guys. I remember when this was me. But look, there you go, big chin. Just take it on the chin. Come on, all right, we're about to get second. First is gonna be, you know, a miracle to get, I'll be honest. Come on, get over that! Oh, dude, you piece of shit. It's alright, yeah, look. Just do that. Come on! Yes! Stop! 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 I'm trying too hard. I've ruined it. I've totally fucked it. I've totally fucked it. I've totally fucked it. I was about to get second place, man. Oh! No! 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 Bro. Bro! Nice. Massive hit. Alright, fuck you, Big Chin. Move out of my way. Alright, that was too hardy of a hit. What? Oh. Why is it trolling like that? Like he hasn't scored. What a troll. Still got third though, I'll take it. We finished top 3. I'll fucking take it. Alright, I don't know, man. This game can be... cold as ice. Let's try this last one. Oh, you know what? We don't have time. It's unfortunate. Alright, guys. We will be right back. Alright. 1 second. We are going to have to take a break. while I do some watching.
You know, when you're at a track that you know you've done well at before, you know you've taken strict part. I mean, it's got to help. We talk about it all the time, but with the kind of form that he's in at the moment, if they fix what they needed to fix, they were troubleshooting towards the end of that, which is why he didn't get a lap in, as we said at the start of the show. Then he could be in a good position here because he looks strong on the hards.
Yeah, look, it was obviously a little bit unfortunate for him, but I think, you know, when we're in, you know, the sets of regulations we have right now, there's a lot of additional stuff going into the car, a lot of additional software, and it just kind of opens up opportunities for little niggles to come in like that. I hope for him that they've sorted it out, but I have to say, I was in the car with Kimi yesterday, and he was on the limit. He's full of confidence, and I think we'll see a big performance.
You're not a very good passenger, are you?
I'm a terrible, you'll see that tomorrow on Sunday, I think. Terrible passenger.
Well, for me, this is exciting because watching practice, I don't think anyone really maximized the car. They all were pushing hard, making mistakes here and there. So it is anyone's. You'd say Charles
He didn't get a soft tyre run in practice. He hasn't simulated qualifying this year. He's relying a bit on his instincts from last year if he's going to repeat that pole position. It looks great down by the seaside. It looks even better about 16 miles to the north of South Beach, where we're sat and waiting for the action to begin. And Red Bull and Ferrari and McLaren have bought big upgrades for this weekend. Mercedes leaving their big upgrade package on the next one until Montreal. One thing's for certain, Martin, that's closed the field a bit.
Unquestionably, yes, they look very close. We didn't see the full potential of Mercedes, as you said, in the extended 1.5 hour only practice session of the weekend. But now we'll find out what they've got. But it's so hot out there. The track temperature still well over 50 degrees. And there's been a lot of action on track as well with Formula 2 and other support races that will have changed the nature of fake.
And talking of mistakes, you were out trackside, you were seeing the cars up close and personal, we were watching from the commentary box. The tweaks that have been made since we last went racing still seem to give us some proper drivers on the limit, some proper drivers on the edge, and some proper mistakes being made.
Yeah, there's a surplus of power over grip in quite a lot of areas on the track, and we've smoothed out the power delivery with the latest changes. There'll be more to come as well, but wow, they don't have takeoff out of a corner, and that's in the dry. A lot of drivers, if it is wet on Sunday, if it is wet, and it's what's forecast, we are going to see some chaos, and I'll be a lot happier to be in the commentary box than pressing the throttle, because they've got so much instant power and torque with the battery and the engine, if you like, as well. But anyway, that's irrelevant, because right now it's bone dry, it's hot, and it's sprint quali.
Charles Leclerc will be hoping it isn't wet tomorrow as well. If you remember back to the sprint race last year, he didn't even make it to the grid. It's hosed it down just before the start, and he crashed on his lap to the grid. He was the fastest driver in practice earlier today, second time this season. He's been fastest in the FP1 session. Right, we're ready for sprint qualifying. We got a green light. Ted Kravitz, let's get going.
It's about time, isn't it, Crofty? Let's be honest. 4.5 weeks since we left Suzuka, Japan. It's about time. And all these racing drivers, they've been doing the strangest things in the break, haven't they? Going to music festivals with Valtteri Bottas, bumping into Daniel Ricciardo at the same music festival if you're Valtteri Bottas. Lewis Hamilton was there with a young friend. Don't know if you saw. But
went to see Justin Bieber.
He did with a friend called Kim. Or even going to watch some sport called football if you're Pierre Gasly, PSG, they did quite well. Anyway, this is what you really need to do. This is what they're here for. It's qualifying, and thanks to the rule tweaks, they're able to go more flat out than they have been in the first 3 races. And already we've got a bit of a standoff in the pit lane. Lots of engineers on pit walls seeing who's going to go out first. The track has been very dirty, it's been very dusty, so track improvement is going to be key, and that's why I think we've got a green light, Crofty, but I'm not seeing anybody out. They're all waiting for the first person to go out and clean the track up a bit.
And here comes Oscar Piastri. Cue the stampede. 12 minutes of this sprint qualifying session, the first part, all on the medium tyres. Track temperature, Martin, nearly 54 degrees. I wonder if there's only a couple of laps in it, and that's why they're waiting a bit.
Yeah, it could well be. They've all got the same idea. It was Lando who was just pulling out of the pits, but both McLarens will be on the track. There they are, line astern. And it always seems silly, doesn't it? It's 22 cars and traffic's an issue. So let's all go out at the same time, because they've all got the same sort of knowledge, experience, algorithms, what have you. And also, they're a little bit hair trigger as well, aren't they? One goes out and let's all get on the racetrack. So they'll sit down there. They can tick over for quite a long time, and drivers will trundle out of the pits when they feel like it, as long as they're not blocking too many others. So just to remind you, in SQ1, Sprint Qualifying 1, you must use a new set of medium compound yellow mark tyres, the same for Sprint Qualifying 2, a new set and a brand new set of the red marked soft tyres for Sprint Qualifying 3. So that's what we're going to see, and that's why you can't afford mistakes.
That is very true, has Ollie Bearman in the Haas, the highest driver in the championship outside of the three big teams of Ferrari and of McLaren and of the championship leaders Mercedes. 7th place. It's been a brilliant start to the season for him, even despite the big crash, the 50G impact crash that he had in Suzuka during that race. Here's Kimi Antonelli trying to get out of the garage, but George decided he was going to go first.
All those little psychological moments here between the two current championship contenders.
Yeah, I think George is just of the view, right, I'm in a great position. I'm in the car that could win me a championship. I'm focused on that. My teammate is very good. He's going to push me all the way, but I'm happy and comfortable. That's from the outside. Quite how happy and comfortable he is on the inside, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm. Kimi had made some mistakes last year as a teenage rookie, but his pace in the final stint of the Japanese Grand Prix was enlightening, to say the least. Would have caught everybody's attention, not least George Russell's. It must be said, of course, that without the safety car, George would probably have won the Japanese Grand Prix. If not, Oscar Piastri would have. It certainly wasn't going to be Kimi Antonelli. The safety car played into his hands very nicely. So we have to remember there are many factors to this.
Yes, he might have been the fastest man on the track in and around that safety car, but even he admitted afterwards that it came at the right moment for him. It's not harmed Lando Norris, the safety car here over the years, of course. That maiden win that he got here in 2024, I think was McLaren's second win in only 11 seasons. They've had 20 wins since then, and he's setting off then on his first flying lap of this track. So Martin, take us through from turn 4 onwards.
Yeah, it gets really busy. 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8 at the bottom of the racetrack. It's like a snake, isn't it? Just relentlessly come at you, these corners. And it's a clumsy little tightening apex there. You ride the curb. Now it's flat out between the walls as you head. It's effectively quite a long sort of mid-straight there. And you'll consume as much of your battery as you can get away with, because now in this little Mickey Mouse section, that's a place where you'll gain and lose a lot more time than in some of the... We've got somebody in trouble out on the racetrack as well, and a really tricky section, and a little hop, skip and a jump over the chicane there, and it looks like Lance Stroll is stranded up against the wall in 16. Very easy to hit that. And then and there is Lance Stroll then. So unless he can get that running, and that is going to compromise. Lando Norris has to lift for that one as well. The orange flashing lights are saying it's a safety light stranded car, and that has absolutely compromised Lando Norris. Did it compromise Oscar Piastri behind him?
Not quite. I would imagine not. The clock's still running on Oscar Piastri. Actually, I've just seen him come through, and he didn't look like he was going that fast. Worst possible time for Lando Norris to arrive on the scene there, because he's already lifted, he's already backed off, and just as he gets to the corner, Lance Stroll's got going again. But that will mean another lap, but at least he's on the medium tyre, so there should be more laps in it. But first chance kind of wasted through no fault of Lando Norris. You've just got to get into the top 16 in this session to get yourself going. Lewis Hamilton goes second fastest behind his teammate Charles Leclerc. SQ1 in China, by the way, both Williams, both Aston Martins, both Cadillacs were knocked out. Let's see if it's the same this weekend.
Well, once again then, Lewis, about a third of a second shy of Charlie Leclerc in the other Ferrari, so some work to do there. And Antonelli pops a really good lap time in. Yeah,
only a couple of hundredths off Charles Leclerc. So obviously the muscle memory working well for him, and he was pretty rapid on the hard tyre a little bit earlier on today. As I said earlier, didn't get the chance on the soft tyre. Here comes Max Verstappen. You'll notice very briefly the active aero activating on that Red Bull. Watch for that and the Ferrari. It's that 180-degree flip Macarena flippy flappy wing. The Red Bulls go so high. That's got to be the biggest gap we've ever seen in a rear wing.
Yeah, it looks bizarre when it's flipping around the other side as well when you're out on the racetrack. So, what happened to George Russell? We didn't see anything as such. Did he get caught up in yellow flags? But that's an alarming lap time for him in terms of slower than he would ideally want it. He's 1.1 off his teammate Antonelli. So, somewhere around that lap, there was a drama for George Russell.
This is car number 30, Liam Lawson. And that's a lock-up into turn 1. And Liam Lawson hasn't got a lap time on the board because I think he dived straight back into the pit lane at the end of that lap. And this is Lance Stroll. Oh, and that massive lock-up, and why he found himself in the runoff area.
Yeah, a front tyre like a 50p piece, if you know what a 50p piece looks like in the UK. And that's I'd be surprised if he didn't go through the canvas with that one, because it's such a high speed and long lock-up.
That rather looked like one of those mechanical problems under braking rather than driver error, to be honest, because it happened from quite a long way back.
Indeed, and the same with Liam Lawson, because you know, for your outside front, there's such cunning geometry on these cars now, and unusual sort of setups that for your outside tyre to lock going into corners, not that usual, but of course for Lance Stroll it was the inside tyre.
Two McLarens a bit out of sync with the rest here because they're on a flying lap. Lando Norris with a 30.1, pretty decent for the first sector. His teammate Oscar Piastri also on a flying lap, and only 0.08 of a second outside a decent time that he needs, albeit slower than Lando Norris.
Having driven one of these things last year, I don't know how they see the curbs with accuracy. Look, that's the sort of view. The human eye smooths out some of those bumps, but that is exactly the letterbox that they're looking through at those kind of speeds. And Norris flying again, this looking very, very good for McLaren.
Certainly is. They might be a bit out of sync, but they need to get these banker laps in as well after their first laps were compromised. So far, so good. Big breaking point now for Oscar Piastri to try and pick. Lando Norris is on his way to the line, and this should be the fastest time of the lot, and is, with a 1:28.7 by half a second from Charles Leclerc. Piastri's got his braking absolutely spot on too, and he makes his way now through turn 19, crosses the line, and goes second fastest, half a second down on his teammate, who he's always beaten in a sprint qualifying here in Miami.
That's a big statement from Lando Norris. Lance Stroll out, no time set, won't get through, of course, then to sprint qualifying too, but that's a huge statement for McLaren, their upgrades, and Lando Norris there. That's a really key moment in this season.
Yes, Lance Stroll out. Could be a mechanical issue, could be the 50p piece shaped tyre that he's got there as well, because you can't change your tyres. You get that one set for this qualifying session, of which there are now less than 2 minutes to go. And along with Lance Stroll, Liam Lawson and Arvid Lindblad in the Racing Bulls, Franco Colapinto, Fernando Alonso, his Aston Martin teammate, and Valtteri Bottas. They are the bottom 6. Sergio Perez finds himself in 14th for a Cadillac team on home turf. Tarmac, if you would rather, and if he can stay in 14th and get through to Q2, that would be some achievements for the newest team on the grid. We'll keep an eye on that.
Don't know who does Racing Bulls livery, but I really like it. I think it was even better in Japan, actually, the white one.
Yes.
I really like that one. You don't like this one, do you? You think it looks like like a high-vis shirt or something? But
yeah, that was one tweet I heard.
But I do like for me, the ultimate livery was Ayrton Senna in a day glow and white McLaren, shall we say, with his bright yellow crash helmet. Was the most iconic colour scheme ever.
Yes, I do prefer the Japanese version of the special livery, but doesn't matter how it looks, needs to be fast, and for Lindblad and Lawson it needs to be faster as Colapinto goes up, but still in that bottom 6, and there are less than a minute to go for him and everyone else out there.
Talking a bit, so of course, May Day 1994. This is the anniversary of losing the wonderful and great man.
We mentioned it earlier in FP1, 32 years since that tragic weekend at Imola, where we remember Ayrton Senna and Roland Ratzenberger as well. Two fabulous drivers lost to us, sadly, at the Imola racetrack. Arvid Lindblad down to the hairpin, the young rookie, the latest young rookie to enter into Formula One. He's made qualifying pretty special for him so far this season. Goes 12th fastest, could be enough to get him through into the next part of sprint qualifying, but it might be touch and go. Esteban Ocon moves up only into 17th. He could find himself out. Sergio Perez is back in the garage. His qualifying's over. Ollie Behrman goes 10th fastest. That's good enough for him. Perez now is usurped by Nico Hülkenberg as George Russell crosses the line only in 6th place.
Still miles off lap time wise for George Russell. Look at that, 9/10 off fastest.
Isaac Hadjar goes 9th fastest. Valtteri Bottas is on a personal best lap. Alex Albon's on a personal best. Nico Hülkenberg goes into 9th place. So Valtteri Bottas should be the next to cross the line. Comes over the line now, 20th, and he's out too for Cadillac. Ahead, though, of Alonso, who's on a lap, and Lance Stroll, who is definitely out. We're on board now with Gabriel Bortoleto. Pick your braking spot at the end of the fastest part of the track, and hope that you don't go too deep, and it was just a bit unstable under braking.
Yeah, he was wrestling that one, wasn't he? And, well, if Lando Norris's time was a statement, so is Charles Leclerc right up there behind him. So at the moment, very much advantage McLaren and Ferrari. Let's see as Alex Albon goes over the line and doesn't make it through.
No, he does make it through at the expense of Liam Lawson. It was Albon or Lawson who were the two that were scrapping away there. And, well, sadly for Liam Lawson, he is just the wrong end of a better lap from Alex Albon there. If both Williams went out in SQ1 in China, both Williams are through to SQ2 this weekend. Lance Stroll never sadly got going for him. Fernando Alonso also out. Aston Martin, two slowest cars again here in Miami. Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez also out. Riding on board here with Esteban Ocon into turn 1. That is a major lock-up.
Both the entire front axle locked up there.
Oh dear, and we've seen a lot of problems at that corner in practice, carrying on into this qualifying session.
It's tough for the drivers because obviously a lot of the slowing down is done by the electric motor, so you don't get a completely linear sort of braking effect. But yeah, the Aston Martin continue to be miles off the pace.
Yeah, they've not progressed from the first phase of qualifying in any format this season. Both of their cars out, Perez and Bottas out. Excuse me, Ocon with that lock-up out, and Lawson just pit by Alex Albon at the end, joining the 6, putting their feet up early.
Well, this is a bit precarious. If this was a film, the jacket would probably start to rip at this point.
Yeah, but this is a MacPack.
Ah, backpack.
Wait, I think someone's coming. Oh, this is a bit precarious.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I'm a blue. Funny story. Oh! Blue. The Earthlings are playing soccer again. And one of them drank a Red Bull.
Well, Red Bull gives you wings. Introducing the limited edition Triton 4-wheel drive GLX Sport. You'll spot this rare beast because of its 18-inch black alloy wheels, Super Select 2 4-wheel drive system, and black sports bar. $49,990 plus on roads. Get one on your sights today.
Solar technology has come a long way quickly, helping homes to become more self-sufficient while saving over $1,000 each year on power. So it's not surprising that homes investing in solar have doubled in the last few years.
Get your sleep essentials sorted at Beds R Us with great deals on selected Sleepyhead beds. Save $3,100 on the queen size chiropractic HD limited edition, now $2,499. Upgrade your sleep today at Beds R Us, where dreams begin.
So this is a Finance Now moment.
Holiday time? Apply for a personal loan at financenow.co.nz.
So why are you using fibre?
To keep up with all these orders.
To analyse stock data. Yeah, the basketball.
Because working with prehistoric monsters requires huge bandwidth.
Factors into it. I don't know if it has something to do with it. A little bit hot. No. You blow on the pie first before actually, diving in.
Z is for always remembering to blow on the pie.
Welcome back to Miami. Second part of sprint qualifying coming up. 30 degrees here as we edge towards 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Track temperature 54 degrees. The hot time in SQ1 coming from Lando Norris. Zach Brown's on the pit wall at McLaren, their CEO. That was a pretty impressive time from Lando, although he had to do it on his second attempt. No fault of his because of those yellow flags.
Yeah, Lando's been very strong since the first lap so far today. So, as you know, we got to hit the reset button now and do it again. And, yeah, good to see McLaren's at the top. But let's see. Q2 here to come.
Ferraris are right with you there, Zach. Were you sandbagging this morning? Or because that looked incredibly fast.
No, Lando got blocked on his good lap earlier this morning, but I mean, there's nothing between us and the Ferrari, and I suspect Mercedes has yet more to come. So I think this could be quite exciting. It looks like things hopefully will close up a little bit.
You've brought a big upgrade this weekend. Ferrari brought a big upgrade. Red Bull have brought a big upgrade. Is this the chance for the three teams, and you particularly, as we're talking to you, to make gains on Mercedes, who are waiting until Montreal for their next big upgrade?
Hope so. It's just one race. We all have more stuff coming, but yeah, I mean, what Ferrari's put on their car is impressive, and let's see what Mercedes has coming. But yeah, if we all can tighten up here a little bit, continue to put on a good show for the fans.
Has Oscar Piastri got a particular problem, or just a little bit of fine here and there?
Just a little bit to fine here and there. He's not been particularly happy with any lap that he's kind of done yet, so he tends to find it when it counts. So I think he's just got a little bit more left in him.
Thanks ever so much indeed, Zach. The helicopter's coming in, maybe to take some away from the track a bit earlier. Best way to get downtown, I'm sure, and, well, probably quicker than trying to clear this traffic jam in the pit lane. Liam Lawson particularly unhappy with the way he was sent out in SQ1, and the team, he thinks, didn't find the right gap for it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lottery, isn't it? You can have the best plan in the world and, you know, take your tyre blankets off and find 10 cars have popped out of the pit lane in front of you. So I don't know, they're not magicians on the pit wall. They can't actually, you know, you're trying to control your car, but you can't control the other 20. Well, you can control maybe one of the others, but not all 20 of the rest.
A bit frustrating for the two Alpines, who are right at the exit ends of the pit lane, wanting to get out. Pierre Gasly has nudged his way into the queue, and finally Franco Colapinto, I think, can get in just behind Lewis Hamilton.
They both looked quite good, didn't they? Gasly
yes.
was right up there in SQ1.
It's amazing what a Mercedes engine will do for a team, and I know the aero's good as well, but they've got a bit more horsepower to play with this year in comparison to last year, switching from the Renault engine now to a Mercedes engine. Ted, down to you.
Thank you, Crofty. The other thing with Alpine is that they've made some upgrades on the front of their car particularly, which looks to have eliminated some of the high-speed understeer that they had in the first three races. So good upgrades on the Alpine. Just a reason, maybe if there is one, as to why we're seeing the Mercedes only in 5th and 6th, and then half a second off the pace if you're Kimi Antonelli, and almost a whole second off the pace if you're George Russell. I did speak to the deputy team principal, Bradley Lord, just before this session. I said, look, have any of these tweaks to the regulations had a negative effect on you, allowed everybody else to catch up, given that you made the best effort under the new rules in the first place? He said, no, if we have lost anything, it's about a few thousandths of a second, nothing more. We're pretty cool with the changes, and it just looks like everyone has caught up on pure pace. But Mercedes have some upgrades for the next few races, not here.
Thank you very much, Ted. Antonelli sets off on his way. Just to comment, Martin, on that Verstappen-Gasly thing there. Great judgment by Max Verstappen that there was a gap to go through.
Yeah, I mean, not a prayer on a New York or London taxi driver, to be honest. They'd be much more brutal than that. But it was tight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that track position is key. But these are pretty big cars. Yeah, it's not that difficult to run over somebody else's front wing.
30.2 for Kimi Antonelli. That's a 10th down on the best time he had in the first sector in SQ1. Ted, down to you.
Something strange has happened, in that Liam Lawson has gone from the weighbridge and ran back into his garage like he thinks he's in this session again.
Is that because, well, Ollie Bearman hasn't gone out yet in this session?
Has he had a lap deleted?
And neither has Arvid Lindblad. I haven't seen anything yet to suggest that those two won't be going
deleted? Out. It might be that he's forgotten some piece of equipment he needed for the weighbridge. but he was going back in like he thinks he's in this session. I'll keep up to it. Sorry, back to you.
I've not seen anything in terms of lap deleted. The timing screen would have updated anyway, but Bearman hasn't gone out or Lindblad as yet. Antonelli continues on his way. George Russell, we've got a camera on too. You can follow both of these drivers on board whenever you want. You need the Sky Sports login and the Sky Sports app, or if you're watching on Sky Q, Sky Stream, Sky Glass, or now interactive button on your remote control, a 1:29.2. He's only a 10th faster than Antonelli managed in SQ1.
Yeah, Russell, though, that's the first time we've seen a solid lap time from him, a 28.9. He just found 3/4 of a second, and he needed to, so that's good news for George Russell.
He's getting his crash helmet on, Liam Lawson. He's got his hands device on too, and I wonder if he is going out. Let us see. We're on board with Gabriel Bortoleto, with Max Verstappen improving in the middle sector, and his mate Gabriel Bortoleto goes ahead of his teammate Nico Hülkenberg.
There is an investigation, FIA stewards investigation for Alonso, Antonelli, Sainz. Oh, that'll be going slower out on track, won't it?
Yeah, it's which often comes up and then nothing happens as a result of it. There's mitigating circumstances. Verstappen goes second fastest behind George Russell, couple of tenths between them. Charles Leclerc fastest in the first sector, is going pretty well in the middle sector too, and Pierre Gasly had just gone into P5 ahead of Gabriel Bortoleto as Leclerc goes fastest and is nearly half a second quicker than George Russell, and the Ferrari is flying. Lewis Hamilton makes it a Ferrari 1-2, separated by just under 4 tenths, but the Scuderia prancing along rather nicely at the moment. But as Colapinto goes 6th fastest, here comes Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, who are both looking pretty decent. A superb middle sector for Oscar Piastri, it has to be said. Sainz crosses the line, slowest lap time we've had so far. Piastri goes second fastest, just mere hundredths behind Charles Leclerc. Game on.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Ferrari and McLaren have definitely made a step forward, and they're very equal as well. They're right in there with Mercedes, but Norris, they're 9 tenths adrift, and that's an alarming time. That's not fast enough. He'll have to do something else.
Yeah, that was all in the middle sector as well for Lando Norris, where he lost that time to his teammate as his dad Adam watches on from the back of that McLaren garage. And still, Bearman and Lindblad haven't gone out with just over 4 minutes remaining. Is this where Lando Norris lost all of that lap time in the middle sector that I was talking about?
A little bit tail-endy, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, he's got no rear grip, and that hop and skip and a jump of a chicane I told you about. He missed the skip out in the middle.
But did put in an impressive slide to at least keep the car with track limits. Right, bottom 6 at the moment, Bearman and Lindblad. Bottom 6 at the moment, Bearman and Lindblad haven't set a time. Sainz haven't set a time. Sainz and Albon, Hülkenberg and Bortoleto. So 2 Audis, 2 Williams. A Haas and a Racing Bulls. A Haas and a Racing Bulls, who might with Bearman and Lindblad just decided to do with Bearman and Lindblad just decided to do one run here because they've already got some runs in on the medium tyre. Save those fresh tyres for one run and hope there's no yellow flags. That was Antonelli trying to slow himself down, and it seemed a bit of a struggle for him as we head down to 10.
Well, Lindblad's gone out, so if it is an investigation as for a possible deleted time because of exceeding track limits, Crofty, then it looks like it's Ollie Bearman. I can't see. I can just see down Ollie Bearman. I can't see. I can just see down to Haas, but I can't. As a car going out, has Bearman gone out?
Bearman has no. Bearman hasn't. Lindblad has.
Lindblad has gone out, but Bearman is out now, I believe. No, Lindblad has gone out, but Bearman is out now, I believe. No,
Bearman's coming down the pit lane now.
Yeah, he is. Okay. So that seems to have been resolved.
Yeah, pit lane now.
Yeah, he is. Okay. So that seems to have been resolved.
Yeah.
And Lawson can take that helmet. Back off again.
I think they were basically waiting to just do one lap in this.
Back off again.
I think they were basically waiting to just do one lap in this second part of qualifying on fresh tyres, and hope that extra grip on fresh tyres, and hope that extra grip will get them a chance to get through into the top 10. Small margins will get them a chance to get through into the top 10. Small margins and all of that. Oh, Liam Lawson having to have a little run of that. Oh, Liam Lawson having to have a little run this time of the afternoon. You think, well, it's not a bad time to go for a run, but it is this time of the afternoon. You think, well, it's not a bad time to go for a run, but it is sweltering hot out there. He's a fit young lad, I'm sure. But there's a swimming pool wherever you look in the track round here, waiting for him should he fancy a dip.
And Norris is probably still just about safe, isn't he, on a 29.3 for a top 10? But it's nervy, very nervy indeed.
Yeah, can you see the others improving by kind of half a second, 0.6 of a second? It's possible. Depends on how much fuel they were carrying, whether they were fuel for 1 or 2 laps in that first part. But yeah, he lost a chunk of time. That is for sure.
So what Lando can probably do is have a slow lap, fill the battery up, and go again.
He's still sat in his car. Is Liam Lawson, just in case. I mean, you might as well be ready, but I think the time has gone past now for actually getting out and getting a lap in if you're not.
There's obviously something going on up at the steward's office, isn't there? In race control, the team will be pushing something through.
But nothing has been displayed on our timing screen, but look, he's not going to come out and get to the line before the checkered flag. So let's concentrate on those that are out there. Or actually first, one that isn't, Oscar Piastri. They think he's safe, no point coming out anymore. No one's going to beat a 128.5 and knock him out of qualifying, and it's soft tyres next, so there's no point doing another lap. I think though, the fastest man on track, is out there and potentially going for another lap.
And Norris has backed off on this lap as well, so on the current one, let's see if he starts another flying lap. He's got plenty of time to do that. He is probably, I think he looks like he's just making himself a bit of space. Got Bortoleto coming up behind him, but will Norris then go for another lap?
Kimi Antonelli's just started a flying lap. Be interesting to focus on that a little bit. Max Verstappen will be going for a flying lap soon, but Antonelli, it seemed a bit of a struggle for him on his first lap here to get P6.
Norris is going again.
Right. Isaac Hadjar's just had a lap time deleted, a 1:30.0, but that wasn't his best time so far. Right, there's your track dominance. Bortoleto and Hulkenberg, they're so closely matched in qualifying. In terms of Grand Prix, it's 14-13 as teammates in Bortoleto's favour. Here is the Brazilian then, leaning on that long left-hander and hoping the car sticks, which it does rather nicely. Charles Leclerc has just crossed the line, first car to take the checkered flag. 1:28.3 for Charles Leclerc was a little bit faster than his previous best, so there is more to come from that Ferrari, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like a big fight, doesn't it, at the front, and we'll see what Mercedes can do if they can find a bit of speed. Of course, we go on to a different compound of tyre for SQ3. That might throw a double six here and there for a few drivers.
Who's improving in the bottom six? Carlos Sainz in the middle sector. Ollie Behrman is still down and has taken the checkered flag. Sainz has now taken the checkered flag. They're both out. Couldn't improve enough. Arvid Lindblad has set off on another lap, but it's not a fast lap, so he's too is out of qualifying. Alex Albon, I think, is out as well because he did a 42.7 in this first sector, so that's not going to improve him much. Gabriel Bortoleto hasn't been improving on his lap times either as he crosses the line and stays in 11th place. So there's your bottom six decided. Anyone else out on the track doesn't really matter. You're through to the final part of qualifying, and this is George Russell, who like Nico Hulkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto haven't put any improvement in any sector on that second lap. Kimi Antonelli did, but stays P6. George Russell stays P4.
Yeah, Russell half second slow, but of course the tyres have had a punishment already and given up the best of their grip.
So that is that for a sprint qualifying